My father, eager to remarry, tried to let the waves carry me away. A blind child, perhaps heaven intervened. The cries of seagulls saved me. When he saw I had survived, his face showed only disappointment. As sounds of animals in the forest drew me in, my father watched me wander off without stopping me. All he wanted was for me to die. Thankfully, a kind coworker of his found and rescued me. I never felt a father's love from him. I experienced this colorful world only through touch and sound. After school, classmates were picked up one by their parents. Only I was left waiting alone. Even when he finally came, he would only watch coldly from a distance. I still hoped he might come for me with love. He was in the principal's office, trying every way to abandon me. The principal's refusal shattered his plan. Left with no choice, he reached out and took me home. Even that faint, reluctant warmth was enough to comfort me. It turned out he had his eyes on a widow from the next village. He claimed she had no children, so my father saw me as an obstacle to his marriage. He sent me to my grandmother's house. On the way, still unaware, I happily absorbed the world through my senses, grateful I could not see the disgust on his face. At Grandma's, I finally felt the warmth of family. My dark world began to glow with green life. I touched Grandma's face to know her, and felt the nature around me with my hands. But what I didn't know was that my father had already proposed to the widow. While Grandma was out working in the field, he secretly took me away. I thought he was bringing me home, until I heard the sound of a car in the distance and realized this wasn't the way back. My struggles were useless. He left me at a blind carpenter's workshop and walked away. When Grandma returned and found me missing, she went out searching, but her weak body couldn't carry her far. She collapsed in the water. Seriously ill, she died without seeing me one last time. That my father had a child eventually reached the widow's family. They returned his engagement gifts. To him, Grandma and I would never measure up to that widow. My father came back to the carpenters to take me away again. As we crossed a river, the bridge suddenly collapsed. The horse and I fell into the water. My father just watched coldly, a scene he had imagined countless times. Perhaps now he could finally be free. I struggled desperately in the water, trying to turn toward where I thought my father stood. Maybe out of sudden guilt, seeing me drift further away, he finally rushed into the river. But the fierce current quickly made him regret it. He clung tightly to a branch, then dragged himself back to shore. He ran toward where I was carried downstream, but by then I had already stopped breathing. I'll never know how much sincerity was in his tears at that moment. Goodbye, world. I never got to see.